Why didn't the elephant escape? Some limits are built slowly, through fear, doubt, embarrassment, and old failures. Over time, people stop testing their strength. They stop believing they can change. But sometimes, one moment of courage is enough to change everything. This is the story of Kobo, the mighty elephant. At the edge of a traveling circus stood Kobo, a magnificent elephant with the strength of a storm and the heart of a giant. Kobo was strong enough to uproot trees, yet he stood perfectly still beside a tiny rusty chain. He could move giant logs like they were feathers in the wind. He could even push heavy trucks across muddy roads with ease. Yet somehow, this mighty giant never tried to walk away. One evening, a young boy noticed something strange. The chain looked weak. The stake looked tiny. Why would a creature so powerful stay trapped by something so small? The boy finally asked the trainer, why doesn't he just walk away? He could pull that stake out with one tiny tug. The trainer sighed softly, as if carrying an old memory. When Kobo was very small, things were different. As a baby elephant, Kobo tried with all his strength to break free. He pulled and pulled, but the chain held him tightly in place. His little leg became sore from trying. Still, he kept trying again and again, until one day he became too tired to believe anymore. Slowly, Kobo decided something dangerous. He decided escape was impossible. The years passed, and Kobo grew. Stronger muscles, bigger body, greater power. Soon, he became one of the strongest elephants in the circus. Everyone could see his strength, except Kobo himself, because in his mind, he was still that helpless baby. His body had grown, but his belief had not. To Kobo, the chain still felt stronger than he was, so he never even tried to break it again. The trainer looked at the boy and whispered, Kobo is not trapped by the chain. He is trapped by a memory. The boy suddenly understood something important. Freedom stood only one step away. The chain had no real power anymore. Only fear kept him standing still. Old memories can sometimes feel stronger than reality. The boy wished he could tell Kobo the truth. You are stronger now. Sometimes, the only thing holding us back is the belief that we cannot move forward. Sometimes the strongest chains are invisible. That night, the boy could not stop thinking about Kobo. He remembered times when he also gave up after failing. Moments when he thought, maybe I just can't do this. And suddenly, he realized, people wear invisible chains too. Some are chained by fear. Some are chained by embarrassment. Some are chained by old failures. And many never realize the chains are already weak. Morning arrived quietly at the circus. Warm sunlight painted Kobo in gold. Above him, birds crossed the open sky without fear. Something deep inside him began to stir. A forgotten memory returned to him. Was the chain truly stronger than him? For the first time in years, Kobo wondered, what if things had changed? What if he had changed? The ground trembled softly beneath him. The trainer watched in complete shock. Kobo pulled, not with anger, but with courage. And suddenly, the impossible began to break. With one simple tug, the stake snapped free. The chain had never truly been strong enough to hold him. Only his belief had held him prisoner. The young boy smiled with wonder. One careful step became another. And for the first time in years, Kobo walked free. The world outside was larger and brighter than he imagined. The giant who once believed he was weak finally discovered his strength. And somewhere deep inside, invisible chains shattered too. Every person carries memories from the past. Sometimes we fail when we are young, but failure is not forever. You grow, you learn, you become stronger. The person you are today is not the person you were yesterday. Sometimes your mind keeps old files that no longer belong there. Delete the beliefs that tell you you cannot grow. Try one more time. Just because you couldn't before doesn't mean you can't now. Believe in your growth. Courage grows when you challenge old fears. The moment you try again, your chains begin to weaken, and one brave step can change everything. Kobo taught the world an unforgettable lesson. The strongest chain is the one forged inside the mind. Most prisons are invisible, and most freedom begins with belief. You are stronger than your old memories. You are bigger than your past failures. Growth changes everything. Do not let old shadows block your present light. Sometimes all it takes is one moment of courage, one decision to try again, one choice to believe differently. You have already outgrown many of your limits. Now give yourself permission to see it. Inside you is more power than fear wants you to discover. The door to freedom may already be open. And sometimes, all it takes to step through it is believing you can. The strongest chain is the one we forge in our own minds.